Today I'm going to go over basic enemy AI and how to set it up to have a simple patrolling uh, Blackboard. Nothing crazy, and then we'll proceed on to other things in the future. So, to get started, I'm doing a third-person template. I'm using Unreal 5.5, so at least have that or higher. There's a few things in the Blackboard that has changed recently, so make sure you have 5.5, 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we're back in business. Yay, this is your basic third person template. Yay. So if you hit play, it's just gonna do the thing. Yay, and jump is space, and mouse is look around. So the first thing we're gonna do, the most important thing, the most frustrating thing that a lot of people forget about, is you are going to press P. Nothing's going to happen. The reason why we're going to do that is because we're going to add, there's this little quickly add to the project. There's also usually an add window over here. I'm just going to click on this little button and I'm going to type in nav. You should see nav mesh bounds volume. Click that, and now you got this beautiful, lovely cube here. We are going to put this cube down on the ground. And what happens is this is going to be the nav mesh. It's going to calculate everything you need to know about navigation for the AI. We're going to move it over here. We're going to move it over here. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's encompassing everything. Let's look. Yeah, let's just go ahead and make it bigger so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so now when I press P, boom, it's going to show you all the green areas are places that the AI is going to consider that it can move to, except for way up here. It's going to be like, hey, how do I get up there? Unless there's a high enough step, like if a gigantic robot, he will find a way up there. Anyways, okay, now that we have that, we're going to hit P to turn it off, and we're going to do the very first thing. Okay, so in here we have third person, starter content, level, prototype, and characters. I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to ignore it all. I'm going to right click, make a new folder, the game. I like to put everything in one folder so it doesn't get confused with all the other stuff. And then I like to organize it in a certain way. You will find what works best for you. I'm just going to do straight out and just do enemy. Single. Who knows? Maybe there'll be more than one. Okay. Every enemy needs certain things for AI. But first, starting out, you're going to need a blueprint class. And if you're going to want all the character parameters for walking and such, character is the one you want. Click character. I'm going to do BP underscore. The reason why we do that is because blueprint is BP. So if you have things like, for example, widget is a W underscore. If it's material, then it's an M underscore. If it's a material instance, MI underscore. It's just a good way to keep track of what type of file it is, because you can get tons of files quickly. So we're going to call this common enemy. Okay, so inside the common enemy, we are just going to do a couple of things. We are just going to add, actually, we're just going to use the mesh that's already here, mesh structure, and we're just going to give it a cube. That's it, just a cube. That's all it needs. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and put that cube, or that enemy, in the world. And it should automatically put its collision above the floor. So if I move it down, actually, sorry, when I first put it in, it adjusted it above the floor, because that's considered a spawn. Whereas when you move it, You're not spawning it in. So it's spawned in, it's there. If I hit play, you'll see the cube. You can't bump into it because of collision. But yeah, it's there. Okay, so the next thing we want it to do is to move. So if you go into the details, you'll see on the pane on the right, let's say you accidentally close this so you don't have this in here. Ah, right there, very first item. Details. Bam, it opens it up. Awesome. So in here, if you type in AI, it should pop up with AI controller. And I'm not seeing it. So let's jump over to over here. Depending on what you have selected will determine what's over here. So if you click on this right here, now you should have animation mode, animation class, and somewhere down the list, AI controller. AI controller? There it is. Okay. So right now, the pawn is being controlled by the default AI controller. We want to make it its own. So in here, we're going to make all the classes that we need. And the first one's going to be, let's start out with the behavior tree. BT. Common enemy. And then we're going to make another one in the artificial intelligence, Blackboard. BB underscore common enemy. And then we're going to do, so if you don't have what you're looking for in here, like for example, I'm not sure where to find the AI controller, I can just click blueprint class and it will give me this fancy menu. And down here, I can type in anything I want. AI controller, and you'll see actor controller, AI controller. Then there's two different specialized options. I have not used these yet. I've just used the basic AI controller. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Hit select. Now this is AI controller. So AIC underscore common enemy. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, those are the classes. So let me hit file save all, because I like to do that. Okay. So the first things first is you jump into the player. I like to do these parts first so you don't forget about them and be like, hey, why didn't my guy move? So you jump back into here into common enemy. You set the AI controller class to AIC underscore common enemy. Then you jump back over here, excuse me. And so now you have this Blackboard and the behavior tree. So if you go to the Blackboard, this is where you have keys. Up here in the top right, you can switch between Blackboard and behavior tree, but as you can tell, you can't because they're not linked yet. So let's close that. Go back to the behavior tree. And now, it should auto-link because of their names. So as you can see, as you switch back and forth between these, you'll see BT, and then you'll see that say BB. So that allows you to switch between the two. This is where a tree's going to exist, where lots of stuff can happen. So let's do a sequence. Dragging off of here down, and then typing what you want. There's simple, parallel, sequence, and selectors. I'll go over those in a minute. Let's go to the Blackboard. In the Blackboard, you have self-actor. This is a key that lets you pull data out of a bundle or out of a Blackboard is what it's called. So we're just going to name one thing in here. We're going to have an object, and this is your target actor. This is where you want your AI to target and go to, right? And usually it's the player, because, you know, zombies, something like that. So over here on the right, the details panel, the name is target actor. The category, you can set categories up if you want, like, let's say my name is Randy underscore, it is, by the way, Randy, and then like defaults. Now, it's always going to be under Randy defaults, even whenever you're in other parts of the system. I right now don't want anything there. I will change. So in the object, this is also another frustrating piece. You want it to be an actor, but you can't quite get to it, right? So you go down here, and it will tell you default value and then base class. So base class, you can tell it, ooh, that was loud. You can tell it to be an actor. So I click the actor. Oh, look at that. What just changed? Oh, here it is, target actor. I was wondering why it disappeared. So then this thing is called instant sync. So if you have a whole bunch of AI and you want them all to do the same exact thing, you would click this. And so target actor would be the same across all of the instances of this AI controller. Now, right now, we're not going to deal with that. We don't need it. So yeah, target actor, that's the key name. We're just going to copy this name because we're about to use it. So over here, all we're going to do is bring off of this and say move to. And inside this move to node, we are just going to say I need to turn that off notifications. We are just going to say the thing that we're targeting, the Blackboard key that we're targeting is target actor. So it's going to find the target actor and start walking towards it at whatever speed is set up in the AI actor. Okay, so let's hit save. Let's jump over here. Okay, so this has, clearing out the search panel, this has the AI controller, the Blackboard is set up, and the behavior tree set up. So there's one more thing we got. Okay, so in the AI common enemy, if we open this, perfect. We're going to do a sequence, because it's always fun to do a sequence. The first one is run behavior tree. I'm not sure if there's a specific order for this. And set Blackboard. Sorry. Use Blackboard. And voila. Okay. Now it should run that behavior tree and use that Blackboard. Let's see what happens. Yep, here's the gotcha. It doesn't know anything about me. Ooh, that camera issue? I don't like that camera issue. So I did say I would never go in here, but we need to grab the spring arm and have it avoid collision test. So do collision test off. There we go. Save. There, now it won't bounce around like that. Let's test it out. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to tell the enemy set the Blackboard value of that's the enemy. So what we're gonna do, can we manually set it? That is a good question. Let's jump over there to the game, enemy, go into the Blackboard and just see if I'm able to grab target and set the default value. Look at this. Pick actor from scene. Right here. Oh, there is no. I could have, but there isn't one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set that value right when the object starts up. So let's go to the blueprint editor. So on event begin, get actor of class. Now this says get all actors of class. I'm just going to do get actor of class. This grabs the very first one, third person character. And then once I grab that very first one, I'm going to say Blackboard, get Blackboard, and the AI is itself. there should be an AI in here. Let's see. Let's see. Get AI controller right here. Okay. And then controlled actor should be self. I wonder if these right here just auto link when dealing in this context. Okay, now we're going to say set value, and we're going to set the value of this object here. And we also want to give the object's value is this, and the key name, we pull off of there and we say make literal name. So this literal name needs to match the Blackboard target actor here. So I'm going to copy that. You can also press F2 and get in there, or you can just, if I remember correctly, you should be able to command click or shift click. Maybe that's only over here. Shift right mouse button and left mouse button for these values, not these values. Okay, save, compile. Right here, I'm gonna put the make literal name, target actor. So this is going to set that value into the Blackboard that is currently inside the AI controller. I'm gonna hit save and compile. There's no errors here that it shows for compilation. I'll hit play and see what happens. Okay, so right now, okay. Blueprint error. Get Blackboard. Trying to read, access none when trying to read get Blackboard. Okay, so this Blackboard had no value. So here I'm just gonna type in self. So self, I'm getting the AI controller of self, which is the BP common enemy. Then I'm gonna get its Blackboard and then set the value. So let's try that again. I'm gonna hit play. Oh, run! Run! It's so fast! Okay, and jump! Ooh, and it just jumped right off? Wow, okay. There we go. Let's make it move a little slower real fast. Inside BP common enemy, character movement, you need to tell it to slow down. So, under here there should be a walk speed. Right here, max walk speed. We are gonna say you can only go half speed, so 300 cms a second. There, now it should move slower. There we go, now I can outrun it. But it's just gonna come straight for me. Okay, so now I'm here. I wonder how it's gonna... So it's gonna find the closest point and stay there. Move over here, it'll find the closest point and stay there, which is pretty cool. Jump. Okay. Yeah. So there's the very basic AI setup for movement. So if you want to get a little crazy, hold down Alt and move this sucker. You can copy these by holding Alt and moving them as many times as you want. You can even select multiple and move a lot of them. And this is what happens when you have an army of drones. Run! Okay. Come, my minions. We're going to attack. There we go. And that's it. That's the very first tutorial for AI. Let me hit stop there. Oh, while we're at it, one last piece. We are going to jump into the behavior tree. So right here, you can see this behavior tree running, and this drop down for any of the AIC common enemies that are currently spawned. So when this gets more complex, you can see which actions they're taking, left, right, running away, ambushing, healing, attacking, or whatever. However you have it set up, you'll see what path it's taking. Okay, and yeah, I believe that is it. Yep. Join me next time and we'll go over how to make decisions and how to cancel actions based upon what is currently happening. And then we'll also get into debugging when things go wrong. And a good way of debugging is going to be like drawing stuff on the screen so you can actually see what data is being interpreted and which directions you're going, etc. That's it. Later.